So, in reference to this study about the manosphere and hate speech and how evil men are, men going their own way in MRAs, oh my God, they even mention Warren Farrell in the actual research paper. Oh, he was once a feminist, and then he wrote this controversial book, Myth of Male Power. He's evil. He's toxic. Yeah, he wrote a book that disagreed with the prevailing logic at the time that women were oppressed. They're not. They weren't when the book was written, and they haven't been for decades. Equality is oppression to those with privilege. So, if you expect a woman to, become a fire person, to be politically correct, and she has to haul 180 pounds of gear on her back and drag a person out of a building, well, obviously that's oppression. No, that would be called equality. But you see how that game works. I want it. I want it now. I don't want to work for it. It's not fair. I'm oppressed. So I dug into the study a little bit, okay? And I'll put the link below because I think it's interesting if you want to look through it. If you have any math geeks in your family, go in there. There's lots of charts and data and various other things and union of sets. And it's fantastic. Here's the abstract. Over the past few years, a number of fringe online communities have been orchestrating harassment campaigns and spreading extremist ideologies on the web. In this paper, we present a large-scale characterization of the Manosphere, a conglomerate of predominantly web-based misogynist movements. It would seem that would be a bias, wouldn't it? Alleged misogynist movements, okay. Nope, they're misogynist, damn it, because they're saying things that women don't like, and they're oppressing women. So these movements roughly focusing on men's issues, of course, the MRAs, men's rights activists, pointing out the disparities in favor of women and not in favor of men in various things, and we've all talked about it a million times, so we know what the issues are. MGTOW, men going their own way, incels, guys who want to get laid but can't, and pickup artists who get laid all the time. I don't know why they're even included in this, but they're misogynist because the authoritative paper from MIT says so. We do so by gathering and analyzing 38 million posts obtained from 7 forums and 57 subreddits. We find that milder and older communities, such as pickup artists and men's rights activists, are giving way to more extremist communities like incels and men going their own way, with a substantial migration of active users. Well, pickup artists shit's over. I mean, nobody wants to hang out in those forums anymore. I mean, all that's been beat to death. It's dust. There's nothing left. Men's rights activists, despite all the hard work, haven't made a lot of headway. A little bit here and there, but not a lot. Okay, so the new newness is incel forums, I guess, and men going their own way. We also show that the Manosphere is characterized by a volume of hateful speech appreciably higher than other web communities, including those such as Gab, known to be hateful. I didn't know that. I've not been there. Overall, we paint a comprehensive picture of the evolution of the Manosphere, highlighting the relevance of studying those communities using computational social science methods. Social science! It's gotta be! It says science! It's gotta be right! It's MIT, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Binghamton University, University College London, Boston University, and the Max Planck Institute for Informatics. It's gotta be right! It's got to be correct. What do you suppose the one thing that you can think of off the top of your head that they didn't define? Now, wouldn't a research paper define what they're looking for? Wouldn't they define and say, this is what we're seeking? And we did all this research and we crunched the numbers and there's a bunch of math and charts and this is what we found. They would define what it is they seek, wouldn't they? They didn't. There are 16 references to hate speech in this paper. 16. Not one actually defines what is hate speech. So if it's undefined, how does one know if it's hate speech? interesting to think about. James Maxwell, thank you for listening.